Chhajju Bhagat was a saint in North India. A person from his village had to go on pilgrimage. So he went to the saint and said, I have to go for a month. Can I leave my gold in your house? He said, go. Other people have also left their valuables. You place it wherever you are comfortable. The man placed his gold in one place and went. Returned after a month. He discovered that 2 gold coins were missing. Why should you not care for the opinions of others? Because you can never please everybody. No matter what you do, some people will come up to criticize. Dvau bhuta sargau lokesmin daiva asura evacha. Shree Krishna says, Arjun, look, there are all kinds in this world of Maya. Good people, not so good people, and absolutely not good people. Now, if you do good things, the bad people will call you names. Are, look at this Bhondu. He doesn't even drink. What kind of an officer he is. And if you drink, the good people will make names. Look, he's come from a Brahmin family, etc. And what has happened to him in America? Pura avara ho gaya. So you can never please everyone. Mother Sita could not do it. Even after her Agni Pariksha, one washerman came and said, I am not like Ram to keep Sita in my house after she stayed in Lanka. Now that was the age of Treta, and today we are in Kali Yuga. In Kali Yuga, you think, I need the approval of everyone. You are too simple-minded. We must be prepared that when you achieve a little bit of success, there will be those who will dislike it. Why? Because everybody likes to succeed, but everybody doesn't like to see the others succeed. So when you get that promotion in your office, don't think all your colleagues will applaud. They may do it in front of you. But when you turn around, they'll say, you know why she got that promotion? She is expert in office politics and she is to butter up her boss. That is the reality of this world. So why give importance to the opinion of people? Instead, give importance to the opinion of God. Take a look at Edward Jenner, the inventor of the vaccine. In 1796, he created a vaccine for smallpox. At that time, smallpox was a killer, and there were so many epidemics because of it. He was working based on a rumor, a hearsay amongst the cow maids in the village, that if anyone caught cowpox, which was a less virulent disease, they would become immune to smallpox. So he took some pus from the pustula of a cow and injected it into the upper arm of James Phipps, a 12-year-old boy, and then displayed that James Phipps had become immune to smallpox. So he wrote his paper and submitted it to the Royal Society of London. They rejected that his ideas were too unorthodox to be accepted. So he went about gathering more data. And he also did it with his 3-year-old, his own child, and with himself. Now in 1797, he resubmitted his paper. And this time, it got accepted. But the public refused to accept, and cartoons kept coming out of Edward Jenner in the midst of people growing animal limbs as a consequence of his vaccination. However, The benefits were too obvious to be ignored. And slowly, people started accepting it. This word vaccine, he had coined it from the Latin word vacca, which means cow. So, as the saying goes, that if you are a little ahead of your times, then you are called a visionary. But if you are too ahead of your times, then you become a martyr. If your goal is to please everyone, then you will not be able to fulfill the purpose of your life. Take inspiration from the saints who say, look, for us, it doesn't matter what anybody says. Chhajju Bhagat was a saint in North India. He was a household saint. And a person from his village had to go on pilgrimage. That person was wondering what to do with his valuables and decided the most trustworthy person is Chhajju Bhagat. So he went to the saint and said, I have to go for a month. Can I leave my gold in your house? Chhajju Bhagat was in his shop and the house was behind. He said, go, other people have also left their valuables. You place it wherever you are comfortable. The man placed his gold in one place and went, returned after a month and said, can I get my valuables back? Chhajju Bhagat said, get it from where you left it. He went and got the bundle. But when he reached home and opened and counted it, he discovered that 2 gold coins were missing. That man boiled over with rage. He went to Chhajju Bhagat's shop, stood outside and started hurling insults. What do you think of yourself? You call yourself a saint and you don't have even the integrity to keep my valuables intact. When he said that, the people in the neighborhood, they all gathered and joined in the chorus. Yes, that is what we always thought. Jarur kuch dal mein kala hai. Why has he become a bhagat? He should be doing other things. Now, having vented himself, the man went back and then discovered that the 2 gold coins he had pulled elsewhere and had forgotten about it. He now felt extremely embarrassed. He had insulted the saint so much. So he went back, stood in front of his shop and started praising him. He said, I am so sorry I said so much to you, but I must admire you for your forbearance. You tolerated it to such an extent. You have such saintly qualities. So the people in the neighborhood, they also joined the chorus and they said, yes, absolutely. We've all been impressed by saintly qualities over the last few years. Chhajju Bhagat came and said in Hindi, Teri ninda ko bhi khak, teri prashansa ko bhi khak. I care neither for your criticism nor for your praise. So we people are doing the reverse. We are trying to be called good, which is an exercise in futility, as we have discussed. And instead of wasting our energy in this endeavor, why not try to become good? If we do, we'll become extremely good. But the focus has to be clarified. What is the focus? Of course, when you become dead to the opinions of others, it doesn't mean that you don't take good advice. One governor of a state had a terrible critic amongst the correspondents who was always writing bad things about the governor or creating something by himself. Now the governor needed someone for audit, someone who would check all the projects and find the faults. He said, appoint that man. He was called over and said, you are appointing me for a job? I have been your worst critic for so many years. The governor said, "You are a fine man to find out the defects in our works. So that is why we wish to employ you for it. We'll pay you for it." So if somebody is giving you good advice, most welcome. But otherwise, their opinions, we should be dead to them. That should just not be our goal. Take inspiration from this teaching that the Guru gave to his disciple. The disciple said, "Guruji, how should I become? Then God will be pleased with me." Guruji said, "Go to the graveyard and insult all the corpses lying there." The disciple went to the graveyard and started hollering, "You people have been lying here for 20, 40, 60 years. You've got nothing better to do, such lazy fellows." And he came back. Guruji said, "Did they get annoyed?" "No, Guruji, they just remained motionless." So Guruji said, "Okay, go and praise them now." So he went back and said, "Well, you have achieved the state of samadhi. You can remain motionless like this. Most praiseworthy." And he came back. Guruji said, "Did they get elated?" "No, Guruji, they just remained unresponsive." Guruji said, "That is how Shree Krishna wants you to become. When your heart is worldly, it cares for the opinions of people. And when your heart starts getting purified, it cares for the opinion of God. Try not to please people. Instead, focus on pleasing God and thereby become truly good."